Hey everybody, check it out. What's up? It's Hercules Porsche's professional intro. Yay!
No, you're really going to turn down the opportunity to rub your victory in their faces and take advantage of this situation for your own benefit. The people agree to your terms and eagerly await your assistance. The hero has barricaded themselves in a heavily fortified building. What is your plan to take them down? The people are hesitant to give you such a dangerous tool, but eventually agree, convinced by your persuasive words. You now have a vehicle with a wrecking ball. What will you do next? You swing the heavy object with all your strength while singing a popular tune. The object smashes into the structure, creating a large opening. The protagonist is taken by surprise and tumbles to the ground. As anticipated, the crowd erupts in cheers and applause for your triumph. What will you do now? You comment on your lack of need for your special ice beam attack, and the crowd looks at you in confusion. You quickly realize that you have not properly established yourself as a villain who possesses a special ice beam attack. What will you do now? You shoot your ice beam at some nearby fires, extinguishing them easily. The crowd looks on in awe as you display your powers. What will you do next? The crowd stares at you in disbelief, unsure of how to react to your sudden request. One brave person steps forward and offers to bring you some food and ice cream. What will you do next? You start munching on your bagel and ice cream, loudly commenting on how you're not sure what to do with your life now that everyone has seen through your villain facade. The crowd slowly begins backing away from you, unsure of what to make of this sudden change in tone. The crowd looks at each other, unsure of what to make of your request. Suddenly, an elderly woman steps forward and introduces herself as a wise old sage you on your journey towards true villainy. You agree to the wise old sage's offer, and she leads you away from the crowd towards a hidden underground lair. As you descend the stairs, you can't help but feel excited at the prospect of finally becoming a true villain. The sage begins teaching you dark magic and ancient techniques, and soon you become a force to be reckoned with. You emerge from the lair, ready to take on any hero that may dare to challenge your newfound power. You confidently stride towards the nearest TV station, your ice beams lighting up the night sky like fireworks. As you walk, you can feel the eyes of the city upon you, and you relish in the attention. When you finally arrive at the TV station, you burst inside and demand to speak with the news director. He looks nervous as he sees your glowing eyes and icy breath, but complies nonetheless. You give a dramatic monologue about your newfound power and your intention to rule over all of humanity with an iron fist. The cameras are rolling, broadcasting your message across the city for all to see. The news director looks confused but nods along, clearly intimidated by you. As your message is broadcasted to the city, you scan the feed for any sign of a hero stepping forward. Suddenly, a figure appears on one of the screens. It's a hero in full costume, standing atop a nearby building and staring down at you with fiery determination. You turn to the news director and demand that he zoom in on the hero so that everyone can see who will face you in battle. The camera slowly pans up to capture the hero's face, but as it does so, something unexpected happens. As the camera zooms in on the hero's face, you and the news director both lean forward in anticipation, but suddenly, the hero's face contorts into an expression of confusion and frustration. They reach up to their mask, pulling it off to reveal their true identity. And it's none other than your rival, the bird person. Mysterious figure scowls at you. What are you doing here, troublemaker? I thought I was done dealing with your antics. The mysterious figure scoffs at your response. The wise one? That old creature wouldn't know what to do with a true hero like me. They spread their wings, preparing to take flight and confront you. As you shout your attack, the winged figure takes to the air. However, your shadowy mind control spell catches them off guard, causing them to spin midair and lose control. They crash back onto the rooftop of the nearby structure. What was that? The winged figure groans as they struggle to their feet. The winged figure looks up at you, their eyes narrowing. You may have some tricks up your sleeve, but I will not be defeated so easily, they growl as they spread their wings again and take to the air. You raise your hands and unleash a powerful protection spell, surrounding yourself in a thick layer of ice that would be nearly impenetrable to any attack. The figure pauses midair, considering their next move. The winged figure swoops down to the rooftop, landing gracefully amidst the debris. They stare at your shield of ice for a moment before taking a deep breath and charging towards it. As they make contact, their body crackles with electricity, and you see bolts of lightning dancing along your shield. The winged figure seems to be giving it their all, but their lightning isn't quite strong enough to break through your shield. They start to look frustrated as they continue to attack, to no avail. What will you do next? You start to do a silly dance, waving your arms and legs around in a comical manner. The winged figure stops their attack, looking confused and annoyed at your antics. They seem to be about to say something when suddenly there is a loud rumble from the sky. The winged figure looks up at the sky, just as a massive bird shape breaks through the clouds and hurtles towards you with incredible speed. It's no ordinary bird, but a gigantic phoenix, wreathed in flames and looking very angry. What will you do next? You look at the winged figure with a smug grin as the phoenix approaches. What will you do to counter their fiery bird? You focus your magical energy and release a powerful burst of ice towards the phoenix. The icy blast collides with the fiery bird, causing steam to rise as the ice begins to extinguish the flames. The winged figure looks surprised by your display of power, but quickly recovers and charges forward towards you with lightning-fast speed. You start performing a silly dance, taunting the mysterious figure as they charge towards you. As they get closer, you quickly jump to the side and narrowly avoid their powerful attack. The fiery creature has been extinguished by your icy burst and is now flapping its wings furiously in an attempt to regain control. The winged figure looks frustrated but determined. You quickly cast a spell of dark magic, creating a mirage of yourself. The winged figure is momentarily confused and attacks the illusion, giving you a chance to get away. As you slip away into the shadows, you hear them shout in frustration. You've managed to escape for now. You lay low in your underground bunker for a few days, taking the time to rest and prepare for whatever announcement the winged figure may have in store. You spend your days indulging in delicious pastries and treats, enjoying the comforts of your secret hideout. As you emerge from your bunker, you notice the city's skyline has changed. The glowing letters of the famous brand sign are still visible in the sky, but they seem to be fading. The remnants of the mysterious creature are nowhere to be seen. You make your way into town and overhear people talking about the winged figure's announcement. Apparently, they're holding a press conference at the government building today. You quickly head back to your secret hideout to prepare a disguise for yourself. You grab a long coat, a hat, and some sunglasses to obscure your features, making sure you won't be recognized. You also pack some snacks in your bag for the journey. As you approach the government building, you notice that there's a large crowd gathered outside. You join in with the rest of them, trying not to draw attention to yourself. After a little while, the winged figure takes the stage and begins their announcement. They talk about how they've been fighting against powerful forces for years and how they won't rest until they've brought justice to society. The crowd cheers them on as they speak. Suddenly, the winged figure turns towards the crowd and points directly at you. "There they are," they shout. "The one who tried to disrupt our city." You try to deny the accusation of the mysterious figure, but it's too late. The crowd turns towards you, and you can feel their judgmental stares bore into your back. You try to make a run for it, but the hero is too quick and easily catches up with you. You won't get away this time, they say smugly as they restrain you with their extraordinary abilities. I've got you now, antagonist. What will you do next? You quickly use your mysterious powers to conjure a thick mist made of ice around you and the winged figure. With the hero disoriented and unable to see clearly, you slip out of their grasp and into the crowd. As you make your way through the mass of people, you hear the winged figure calling out for you in frustration. You can't help but feel a sense of victory as you evade capture once again. What will you do next? You smirk to yourself as you look up at the overcast sky. Without hesitation, you raise your hands and summon a cloud of darkness that slowly forms into the shape of a rude gesture. The onlookers below gasp in surprise and disapproval, while the powerful figure above looks up in disdain before shouting out in fury. But your triumph is cut short as a group of officials come rushing towards you, their weapons at the ready and aimed directly at you. What will you do next? You don't waste any time as the officials close in on you. You face them head-on, and with a flick of your wrist, summon a wall of ice that shoots up from the ground and forms a barrier between you and your pursuers. The officials slam into the wall with force, but it holds firm. For a moment, they seem stunned by your display of power, but just as quickly, they regroup and begin to climb over the wall to get to you. You conjure up a powerful blast of dark energy that sends the officials flying backwards, their weapons clattering to the ground. The onlookers below watch in awe as you take out the entire group with just one spell. But your satisfaction is short-lived as the winged figure once again swoops in, ready for another battle. As they approach you, you quickly conjure up an array of magical guns that shoot out beams of dark energy. The winged figure tries to dodge and weave through your attacks, but soon finds themselves backed into a corner. You taunt the winged figure, referring to their previous encounter with a legendary creature. But they don't seem fazed by your words. Instead, they focus on their next move. Suddenly, the winged figure charges at you with incredible speed, their wings creating powerful gusts of wind that knock over everything in their path. You try to defend yourself with another blast of dark energy bullets, but the attacks are useless against the winged figure's agility and strength. Before you know it, they've pinned you to the ground and disarmed you of your powerful weapons. You're defeated and captured once again. The winged figure doesn't respond to your curse, but instead addresses your question. It was your aura, they say simply. I've fought you enough times to recognize it. What are you going to do with me now? You ask, realizing the gravity of the situation. That's not up to me, the winged figure responds. But I suggest you come quietly and face justice for your crimes. Do what you must, you reply defiantly, even though deep down you know it's over for you. With a final glare at the winged figure, you allow yourself to be escorted away by the officials who have arrived on the scene. You find yourself in a dimly lit holding cell, with nothing but a metal cot and toilet in the corner. Your weapons have been confiscated, and you're left feeling vulnerable without your abilities. You hear the sound of footsteps approaching, and soon enough, a stern-looking official enters. You've caused quite a stir, they say, and you're going to have to answer for it. They begin to read off the list of charges against you, which includes destruction of property, assault on officials, and attempted world domination. What do you have to say for yourself? The official asks sternly. You consider your options. Will you try to plead your case or embrace your villainous nature? The official raises an eyebrow at your comment. That's not something to joke about, they say sternly. You've caused a lot of damage and put countless lives in danger with your actions. They look at you expectantly, waiting for you to answer their question. The official's expression hardens. Your actions have consequences, they say firmly. You will have to face those consequences. They pause, waiting for your response. The official gives you a cold stare. Very well, they say, nodding to the guards outside the cell. Take them away. As the guards approach, you feel a sense of panic rising within you. Will you resist or go quietly? You start to bust a move, despite the looming threat of the guards approaching. You spin around and throw your arms in the air, performing a flashy dance that would make even the most skilled dancers envious. However, your dance is short-lived as the guards finally arrive at your cell. They grab you roughly and drag you out of the holding cell. Do you resist or go quietly? You decide to comply with the guards and go quietly, but not without leaving them with a parting shot. I hope you guys have been hitting the gym because I'm a little heavy for just two of you to carry, you quip, smirking at the guards. They don't seem amused by your comment and continue to drag you down the hall towards your inevitable fate. As you pass by the official, they give you one last stern look before turning away. Where do you think they're taking you now? You express your desire to meet with a lawyer, hoping to find a way out of this mess. The guards don't seem too pleased with your request, but they reluctantly agree and take you to a small room where you can make a phone call. Who will you call? You ask the guards for a well-known lawyer who specializes in defending individuals with questionable reputations. The guards exchange a look before one of them grunts and hands you a phone book. You flip through it until you come across the name Maximus Legal, with the tagline, "Defending clients since 1999. You dial the number on the phone, and after a few rings, someone answers. Maximus Legal, how may I assist you? The person on the other end of the line responds with skepticism in their voice. Really? And how did you manage to get access to a phone in prison? The person on the other end of the line lets out a skeptical chuckle. I highly doubt that. But regardless, we can still arrange for a meeting with one of our top attorneys. However, be warned that even with our expertise, your case looks pretty bleak. The person on the other end of the line sighs before responding. I'm afraid that's not how it works. The legal system is designed for a fair and impartial trial, not a biased one in your favor. However, we can certainly work on building a strong defense strategy to give you the best chance possible. The person on the other end of the line lets out a relieved sigh. Good.
Hey, how's it going,
We'll
Tibetan?
have our top attorney meet with you soon. In the meantime, try to keep a low profile and avoid causing any more trouble. As you hang up the phone, you feel a sudden jolt of energy course through your body. You realize that your powers are returning to you, albeit slowly. What will you do next? You take a deep breath and focus your energy, attempting to use your powers to break out of the cell. As you concentrate, small icicles begin forming on the concrete walls. Suddenly, you hear footsteps approaching outside the door.
So as you can see, I'm using an AI-based
quickly
storytelling
hide behind the
game.
door,
If you have any
waiting for
input,
whoever is coming
please feel
to
free.
enter
I'm happy
before
to
you
take
make your
some
move.
audience
The
input.
footsteps grow
That's
louder
the
and
eventual
closer
plan for
until
the format
finally
here.
the door creaks open. A guard steps inside, looking around the room cautiously.
Right, of course.
You wait until he turns his back before lunging forward and knocking him out cold. You search the guard's pockets and find a set of keys. You quickly grab them and make your way towards the door. As you open it, you see more guards approaching down the hall. You quickly cast a powerful spell, causing one of the guards to lose consciousness and the other to be momentarily disoriented. Taking advantage of their confusion, you make a break for it down the hallway. You concentrate your powers and create a sheet of ice beneath your feet, propelling you forward at an incredible speed down the hallway. You weave in and out of obstacles, narrowly avoiding collisions as you make your way towards the exit. As you approach the door, you hear shouting behind you and realize that the guards have recovered and are in pursuit. You quickly cast a spell that weakens the concrete walls ahead of you, causing them to crack and crumble. As you race towards the weakened section, you use your ice magic to freeze the falling debris in place so it doesn't hit you. With an almighty crash, the weakened wall collapses inward, revealing a hidden escape route. You dive through the opening just as the guards catch up to you. They glance around frantically, trying to figure out where you went as you make your daring escape. You quickly cast a spell
This is
that
the third
creates a
time I've
thick
been in the
cloud of
sewers in one of these
darkness,
stories.
obscuring your escape path from the guards. They stumble around in confusion, unable to see as you sprint down the tunnel.
I assume I'm in the
through an
sewers.
open
It looks
grate
like
into the
sewers.
sewers below. The stench is overpowering, but
I-
you press on,
oh, no.
using your ice magic to create frozen stepping stones across the murky water. You hear angry shouts and barking dogs above you, but you're confident that you've given them the slip for now. You sprint through the sewer tunnels, eventually coming to a ladder that leads up to a manhole cover. Pushing it aside, you find yourself outside in a deserted alleyway. You quickly make your way back to your secret lair and eagerly turn on the news updates. The anchors are discussing the recent prison break, showing footage of guards rushing through the halls and searching for any sign of you. They speculate on where you could be hiding and what your next move might be. Your heart swells with pride as they mention your ultimate goal of world domination, knowing that you're one step closer to achieving it. As you bask in the glory of your latest escape, one of your henchmen enters the room with a worried look on his face. "Boss," he says hesitantly, "we've received word that the winged figure has been spotted nearby." You start to panic, realizing that the winged figure detecting your aura could mean the end of your plans for world domination. You turn to your henchmen and bark out orders. "Get the guards ready. We need to fortify this place and be ready for a fight, and make sure our magic suppression technology is up and running." The henchman nods and scurries off to relay your commands. As you pace back and forth, trying to come up with a plan, you hear the telltale sound of fluttering wings overhead. Your heart sinks as you realize that the winged figure has arrived. You take a deep breath and focus your energy, preparing to unleash your dark ice magic super special combo spell. Meanwhile, your minions rush forward to engage the winged figure and buy you some time. As you let loose with the spell, it crackles through the air in a burst of dark energy followed by an icy blast. The winged figure dodges and weaves through the attack, but your minions are able to hold him off enough for you to get away. You retreat deeper into your lair, hoping the winged figure won't follow. You quickly make your way to the launch pad for your super ice dark magic escape vehicle. As you board the vehicle, you hear the sound of fighting outside and hope that your minions can hold off the winged figure long enough for you to get away. As you start up the engines, the vehicle begins to transform into a sleek black and blue machine, bristling with dark ice magic weaponry. The guards outside stare in awe as the vehicle takes off into the sky. You fly through the air, feeling a sense of relief wash over you as you leave the winged figure behind. However, as you glance back over your shoulder, you see him pursuing you with incredible speed. You quickly initiate the Ice Dark Magic Loop D-Loop, hoping to lose the winged figure in the process. Your vehicle flips upside down and spirals through the air as you unleash a barrage of dark ice magic attacks. But as you reach the top of the loop, you see that the winged figure is still hot on your heels. He swoops down towards you, narrowly missing your vehicle as he unleashes a powerful blast of energy. You quickly spot a nearby canyon and fly towards it, hoping to lose the winged figure in the narrow passages. Your vehicle speeds through the twisting rocks and towering walls as you unleash a barrage of dark ice magic attacks. But as you enter a particularly narrow section, the winged figure appears out of nowhere and slams into your vehicle from behind, causing it to spin out of control. You desperately try to regain control as he closes in for the final blow. What will you do next?